TwitchCon. Okay, chat. I have so many things I want to tell you. I went to my first ever Twitch convention con thing. Yay! And I know there's a lot of stories from that, right? I want to tell you something. I was supposed to go like incognito. Well, actually, I have a lot of stories. So we went to TwitchCon. Obviously, people assumed that I was gonna be there because Numi was going. But I mean, I didn't want to like say anything. But it's kind of obvious. I went to TwitchCon. It was so good going incognito, chat. It was so good. I was walking around the artist alley. I saw stuff. I saw like a lot of merch of my friends. I saw some merch of me. And then I was like walking around. I'm like, wow, this is so great. And I was walking with my friend Mono. And Mono is this like tall dude, right? And Mono was like acting as my bodyguard. Because I want to tell you something, by the way. When I have never seen like an actual bodyguard until TwitchCon. And I'll tell you the difference. But Mono is a big guy. So Mono's been like, oh, careful of this, careful of that, right? And I'm just like walking around with him. It's so cool going incognito. And then I met up with like Numi, and there was like a bunch of people. I was like, Lily was there. So I went up, and then instantly there's like a group of people like surrounding us. Hi, Haas. I didn't know you were there. I was going secretly, like a very secretive person. Honestly, I was supposed to go secretly. And then who was it? It was someone. Someone tweeted about it. They're like, oh, I met Michi. Was it Yochi? Yochi tweeted about it, and I was like, well, everyone knows now. Yeah, Yochi was like, I met Michi and Numi. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm here. But it was so nice going incognito. On the third day, basically, I was walking around with Mono and another friend. And then I was like, you know what? Numi messaged me and was like, hey, like, I'm done with my stuff if you want to look around Artist Alley. And I'm like, yeah, of course. So I walked up to Artist Alley and I'm like, where are you, girl? And she's like, you're gonna know. I walked up to Artist Alley, chat, right? And imagine this, okay? It's a massive room. It's a big room. A lot of things are there. A lot of people are there. And Numi's like, you'll know where I am. I walked in this massive room and there is like stalls and people and then a crowd. There is a crowd of people just huddled up in the like middle of the room. And I'm like, is that them? So I walked up and there was a line. Like there was a line of people, and then in the corner of my eye, I see it. There was like Numi, Lily was there, a bunch of people were there. I mean, it's so obvious because it's like VTubers, they ain't that big, you know? I mean, they're like short, right? They're like short people. And then there's just like the bodyguards. And I'm gonna tell you, I've never seen like a bodyguard until that day. Those people are like, I appreciate them. They're cool as fuck. I bought them a sticker. Like I bought the bodyguard like a sticker and a keychain because I thought they're really cool. But they're so fucking scary, chat. You don't get it. Okay, like imagine there was like a 9-foot tall buff man. Like they're probably not 9 feet, but like in my head, they're like tall and like big and buff. And that's not even like the scariest part. It's like, no offense, it's their face. Like their face has an aura. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever met someone and you're like, oh, they don't really like, you go to a party, right? And then you see someone, they're like, oh, they don't want to talk to you right now. And you're like, okay, cool. Bodyguards' face, they look like, it's like, don't talk to me. And if you do, I will punch you in the face. No questions. There's like a vibe to them. And I was so fucking scared. Like, it's very intimidating. That's all I can say. It's very, like, Mono is a tall guy, but he doesn't feel too intimidating. It's just like, he feels like someone that doesn't want to be bothered, but he's not gonna do anything about it. Bodyguards feel like they will, no joke, punch you in the face. So I was like, shit. Well, now I found them, right? And I saw this crowd and a line waiting to talk to like Numi and Lily and a bunch of people. And I was like, damn, how am I gonna talk to them? So I waited in line. I was like, oh, time to hang out with Numi. But there's a crowd. Oh well. So then I stood there in the line full of people to go and meet them because, you know, I don't want to cut in line. That'd be rude. What do you mean, why? Check, I don't want to be rude. People were waiting there. So I stood there with Mono and the guy in front of me, I was like I was hearing them talk and the guy in front of me is like, oh yeah, Lily's there. So I was like, oh, is this the line for Lily? And it was. So I saw another line to talk to Numi. So I went from that line to the other line and I was just standing. Like, I don't know who the hell was standing in line. By the way, that was me. I was like standing in line. And then as I got to the front, Numi saw me and just dragged me on. She's like, why the fuck are you standing in line? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you want me to what? Like, these are your viewers, you know, these people love you and I love you and I'm not gonna cut in line. Here's another cool story about the TwitchCon thing, I was so I think Nags chat, I signed my first ever live thingy majiggy. Yeah, like I've done signatures before, but it's usually like hand cam and then I ship it, right? But this is like in-person convention. What did you... My signature! Okay, here's the story about it. So I was hanging out with Nags. So there's like this lounges, right, that people can hang around in. And it's usually like... If you're like a partner or something, you can hang around there in case you want to be like... It's more safe. Like, it's for safety stuff. So I met Nags, and this was in the end of the day. Like, the convention is like closing down soon and shit. And then as we're about to head back, there was a guy that walked up to Nags. And Nags was like the guy was like, oh my god, yeah, the Nags with 2 Z's because he puts you to sleep. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, are you Nags? And I want to know, let you know, by the way. So in these like lounges, there are areas. Oh my god, even then, I feel so crazy, girl. Don't talk to me, chat. Don't talk to me. I'm famous though. But these rooms are crazy. They have a locker. They have like a locker area. So it's like, imagine a room and there's like chairs and shit. And then you can get like drinks. And then there's an area for like lockers and you can put your bags in that. So then like, you don't have to carry around your bags. I know. I've never had that before. And then like, there were like staff people that asks you how your day's been and shit. I was like, damn, how's my day? Good. How's yours? It's so cool. So basically, there is this like locker area and there's like 2 staff people there. Well, usually 1, but then they like switch that like make sure that no one steals your shit. And every now and then I would talk to them, obviously, because I'm not an ass. So I've been like, hey, I don't know if you're like able to enjoy the con or not since you're kind of like on the job, but how's it been for you? And I would talk to them. That guy is the guy that talked to Nags. So the guy that's like making sure the bags are safe, he's the guy that is a Nags fan. And then he walked up to Nags and was like, oh my god, are you the Nags? And Nags is like, yeah, hey, that's me. And then he's like, can you sign my hat? And I was there with Nags, right? Hey, Haas. And I was there with Nags. And then obviously I was like, oh, you're a Nags fan. And he's like, yeah. So Nags was signing his hat. And I was like, trying to make like light conversation. I was like, oh, haha, stinky Nags fan. And then he looked at me and we've been talking throughout the day. Like me and this guy who wanted his hat signed, I've been like saying hello to him throughout the day. And he's like, oh, you can sign my hat too, I guess. He doesn't know me, bro. Chat, my first ever signing, he don't even know me. He don't know who I am. He doesn't know. Like, he doesn't even know my name because, like, we have badges with our names on it. I would tuck my badge in my pants. Like, I'm not even kidding. That shit has touched my pants. But, like, I would tuck my badge in my pants because if I don't, I'm walking around with the fucking Michi Mochievee tag around me, right? I'm not gonna do that. So I tucked it in my pants. So this guy doesn't know who I am. We've been talking throughout the day. For all I know, I could have been the cleaning lady. Like I could have been the cleaning lady that borrowed their locker that day. And then he was like, "Oh, you can sign my hat too, I guess." And then he was like, "Oh, there goes my tracking, y'all." Like he basically was like, "You can do it if you want to." Hey, Heavenly. Oh, is that the guy that called me a parasite? That's insane. The moment Heavenly fucking comes here to my stream, my thing dies. How ironic. Oh. And it came back the moment he left. Coincidence? I think not. But yeah, I signed my first thing live for a guy that don't know me. He gave me a pity signature, chat. He was like, oh, I feel kind of bad for you because, I walked up to the only streamer here and I purposely secluded you. So, no, he didn't purpose. He was like, you want to sign it too? And I did. I signed it. Parasitic. I was a parasite to Nags. I was a parasite to Numi. Chat. For all they know, I'm just that guy, right? And then I signed 2 things during TwitchCon. Did he recognize? I don't think so. I don't think he even looked at it. Like, I signed his hat. He got his hat back. He didn't even look at it. So I'm like, okay. He made me feel so popular for what? And then the next day, there was another person that walked up. We were walking with Junie at that time. So it was me, Numi. There was like a bunch of other streamers. There's this one girl that walked up and she was like, oh my god, can you sign my like porcelain maid doll? And then she was like giving it to the other streamers. And I was just standing there because that happens. Like sometimes people come up to ask for like everyone else's signature, but they don't know me. So they just assume that I'm like a stalker and ignore me. And I'm like, that's okay. And then she handed the doll to me. And I don't know if she meant to do it. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. So I signed 2 things. I don't think they know me, bro. I'm just so popular. Oh my god, actually, I got pushed away. I went to, if you don't know, Mata has a stall at Twitchcon, right? So Mata opened her own booth at Twitchcon, and it's really cool. It's really pretty. I walked to her stall for the first time ever. I was looking around. I bought some merch. And then I saw Mata. Like, she was like doing the meet and greet stuff. Like, she was like signing stuff and talking to people. And I stood there, not waiting in line, but I was just like looking at her, and I was looking at the stall. You know, I'm just like, wow, I'm so proud of her, right? Like, I'm so proud of my friend. So I'm looking at the stall, and then out of the corner of my eye, there's like this tall man that walked up to me. And then he was like, hey, the line starts there, but I know it's long. But, you know, if you're just gonna be, you know, like, if you just want to hang around here, that's fine. But, you know, like, if you want to wait in line, like, you gotta back. And that's when I realized I've been standing there for, like, no joke, 20 minutes. I've been standing there staring at Matara Khan for 20 minutes. And in my head, I'm like, oh, it's just because I'm watching a friend, right? I'm watching a friend. I'm waiting. I swear, guys, she's my friend. She knows me, chat. She knows me. She knows who I am. And then I got ushered away by her security guard. Because her security guard was like, girl, are you a stalker? Are you creepy? And I was like, oh, no, I'm her friend. And then this guy gave me the sure buddy look. I'm not even lying. I was standing there. I was like, oh, no, I'm Mata's friend. And then this security guard, I'm going to see if I can duplicate it with my tracking. But he was like this. Like that, like the like, yeah, you know what I mean? And I had to show him my badge, and he's like, oh, that's all right then. You can do whatever you want. But for those like 10 minutes, he was like, do you want to wait in line? Like, you've been staring at Matara for an awfully long time. And I'm like, have I really? And then another thing, I'm gonna say this since TwitchCon is past, right? Another really crazy thing. I was messaging Mousy, because we saw a bunch of stuff, and I saw a lot of Mousy merch, and I'm like, oh my god, girl, I miss you. And I messaged Mouse, and Mouse is like, hey, you should come over to this one booth, because like, I'm not gonna be streaming it, you know, if you want to say hi, right? And I'm like, sure. And she's like, yeah, it's gonna be super secret. Like, we're gonna make this super secret. So the plan is, I'm gonna sneak in. I'm gonna say hey to Mouse for a little bit, right? Yeah. I'm gonna be a little secretive, a little ooh. And Mouse like, yeah, we're gonna be super secretive. I walked up to Mouse in front of, there's like a line of people waiting. I walked up to Mouse just to like wave. The moment I waved at Mouse, she went, well. On the speaker, chat. She was like, we're gonna be very secret. On the speaker, she was like, we're gonna be secretive, Michi. We're gonna be secret. She went, well. If it isn't, insert full government name here. Yeah. And I ran. I was like, and then I ran. I was like, fuck you. And I ran. She's so good at that. Mouse is so good at that, guys. Nyan and Aethel loved me. We met Nyan and Aethel too. We met a bunch of people. It was so funny because I would say hi to them and they don't know who I am. When I met Nags, I don't even introduce myself. I walked up to Nags and I'm like, are you Nags? And Nags is like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, can I hug you? I want you to know, Nags doesn't know how I look like, right? I walked up to Nags and I was like, are you Nags? Like, yeah. Can I hug you? And he was like, he was like looking weird and shit. And he's like, sure. I guess. Yeah, I guess. And I'm like, wow. Like, I wanted to make it as awkward as possible. Low-key, I want to follow him around and say I'm a big fan. That was the idea. I want to be like I'm such a big fan. I love your content. I really love the... What's that fucking song Nags did? The, she's the best. What is that song? Kent. Yeah. I want to be like, oh my god. Oh, I love your song. Kent. She's the best. Whenever I'm sad, I get me some Kent. My penis goes hard. It never gets bent. I say Kent. Like, I want to start doing that. But then I broke character because Nags looked so visibly uncomfortable. I think I made him so uncomfortable. So I leaned over and I was like, I'm Michi. And Nags is like, oh. And then he was so, like, he got really happy. And he's like, oh my god, no way. I'm so happy I got to meet you, blah, 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 blah. But I made him so uncomfortable for like the first couple of minutes because I'm like, are you... Do you so happen to be... Nags? I also met Ruben. I did that too. I walked up to Ruben and I was like, hey, do you happen to be Ruben? I'm such a big fan. And Ruben, oh my God, chat. He was so nice. He had that PR face on. He was smiling and he was like, hey, that's me, Ruben's orgasm. And I'm like, oh my God, you're Ruben. Something is wrong with you. Chat, that's just hilarious, okay? And then he was like, yep, that's me. And I'm like, I love your content. I think you're great. And he's like, oh, and I'm like, can I have a picture with you, Mr. Ruben? And he's like, yes, of course. I took 2 pictures with Ruben that I can't show you because my face is there. But the first picture, you can see the biggest smile. Like Ruben had a big, wide smile. Like he looked very happy, really like glad, right? And the moment I took the picture, I'm like, thank you so much, Mr. Ruben. And Ruben's like, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm Michi. And he's like, oh, wait. And the moment I said I'm Michi, he's like, are you like Michi Mochievee Michi? And I'm like, yeah. I swear to God, chat, I've never seen a smile disappear from someone's face so fucking fast. Gone. He just went from like, what? And I was like, hey man. And he's like, fuck you, bro. And then I took another picture with him. And it was literally like, before was a big smile. The second one was like a fuck you smile. He looked so bad. What? You're Michi? Ew. What the fuck do you mean by that? What the fuck? Bro, it's like they don't even believe you exist until you admit it. How the fuck did... I want you to know, chat, I don't talk very loudly. I literally... When I talk, IRL, I don't... What is that emote? I also met Heavenly, and then I walked up to Heavenly, and I'm like, hey, Heavenly. I miss you. Also, I met Junie. Chat, this is my first time experiencing Halloween. I've never had Halloween before because we don't celebrate it in Indo. Me and Numi, we twinned. We decided to dress up for Halloween. And guess who we went as, chat? Actually, wait, I don't know if Numi talked about it, but guess. Yep. Yeah, thinking. Girl, actually, one of Numi's roommates decided to dress up as me. It was so cute. Like, wait, Avery dressed up as me. But with jorts. So we were like, let's surprise each other by dressing up. Avery walked up in like I'm Michi, but he wore like these fucking jorts with socks, and I'm like, fuck you, man. That is so nasty. But me and Numi, not traffic cone, we actually tried to be a little bit like Slay, I think. And I quote the words of Akuma Nimune. She said, it's time to show hole. No. She did. She was like, it's time to show hole. So I'm like, okay, if hole is what you want, then hole is what you get. So I cut a lot of holes in my t-shirt.
Girl, what are you saying?
I did.
Our original fits were completely different until you...
Me? Who changed that?
You.
I did not. No, okay, you know what? I'll tell them that. So we were supposed to dress up as Kim Possible and Shiego, right? Like it was supposed to be Kim Possible and Shigo. I was supposed to be Shigo. She was supposed to be Kim Possible. And then she saw chat, and this is gonna be shocking, right? It's just trending. It was very popular.
No.
One TikTok video. No, it's really popular, guys. The idea, just everyone started giving her this one TikTok video of Nightwing. One. And she was like, Michi, what if I go as Nightwing?
That is literally not.
That is literally what happened.
Literally not what happened.
We got the outfit.
I was like, oh my God, wait, maybe I would slay like this, and you're like, you need to do it.
No, I said you would slay.
No, you're like,
and you did.
Because you wanted me to show hole.
Oh my God, chat. You know something I've realized ever since I got here. Numi is very good, right? At like as a communication major, she would listen to you and then twist your words around like a twister.
The thing is that everybody knows that Michi just be saying shit. Everybody in this house knows that she just changes things.
Me! You see that? She just took my words and then repeated back to me. She literally just told me what I told.
You were folding clothes right here.
Cow goes boo.
I was literally telling you that, and then you're like, you should do it.
Yeah, I said you should do it because you look good. And then she locked the fuck in. Cow goes boo. Thank you for the 50 gifter Rudies. I think Cow believes in me. Thank you, Cow, for being on my side. No, here's the story, chat. We planned this outfit thing like 2 weeks in advance. Everything is done. We got the lenses. I got my full body Shigo outfit and everything, right? 5 days before we're supposed to dress up, she was like, she saw a whopping, very influential, one TikTok video that's like, Nightwing is apparently the hottest vigilante in town. She saw that shit and she was like, let's do that. No, she was like, I'm gonna do that. Yep, that's exactly what...
You know Spread your lies. You spread your lies.
Oh, I thought you said you spread your legs. I was like, live on Twitch.tv.
Spread your lies.
Okay, so you see this? You see how insane that she's been crazy. She's been going a little crazy. But basically, I was like, okay, if you're gonna be Nightwing, I'm gonna say something, chat. How many people in this chat, you guys like, anyone read DC or Marvel? Are you guys into that? Type 1 if you're into that. Type 2 if you're not. Okay, I'm gonna say something, right? I need to know how you're gonna react. So here's the conversation. I was talking to Numi. So I'm like, okay, you want us to be matching, right? We're gonna be like pairing together. You know, like Shigo and Kim Possible. Now you change your mind. You're gonna be Nightwing. What can I be? Right? Now the only options I'm thinking about, right, is Starfire. Exactly. It's either Starfire or Barbara, but whatever. So I checked on all of the Starfire outfit. It's all sold out. Like everything. Because it's so last minute, right? Everything is sold out. I can't be Starfire. What can I do? So the only options are either Starfire, Barbara, Batman, right? Or Red Hood. That's what I'm thinking. So I was like looking at the Starfire shit. They're all sold out. Numi instantly was like, oh, you can go as Spider-Man. No? I'm gonna make this quiet. Let me repeat that. I'm like, we're gonna twin, right? We're gonna pair, we're gonna match. You're gonna be Nightwing. And she said, you should be Spider-Man. Now let's have this moment of silence together. Yeah.
Girl, it's because everything was sold out. And so I was like, what's
Yep.
Spider-Man?
How does that make you feel, Chad? Without me telling you any, Chad, be honest, how does that make you feel? What emotion does that evoke in you?
Bro.
Yeah. She hates you. Thank you. I want you to know, the moment she said, she was like, oh, if you want to match with me as Nightwing, you can be Spider-Man.
Because you're meted out and you just...
I was sober. It was a midday. I was like, what can I be? And you're like, let's do Spider-Man. I literally frowned.
It's because everything was sold out. And I was like, just be Spider-Man because everything was sold out.
Spider-Man. It's a good thing you have a mommy fetish because that kind of shit is just like my mom calling all my consoles a Nintendo. I can't even hit. This is not my setup.
Again. I'm dragging your name
No,
you have your fun. You have your fun lying and saying.
She's mad because you know it's true. She's mad. I stood there and I literally went like this. I literally just looked at her with the face of like judgmental disgust. Yeah. If you don't know, by the way, for those of you that don't understand, right? Nightwing is DC. Spider-Man is Marvel. It's as if I'm like, oh, let's go twinning, right? You can be Princess Cinderella and I can be Superman. It's like that. It's like, in what actual world is that like twinning? It's like Apple and Samsung, okay? It's like, yes, they're all like technically superheroes and shit, but they're like two different things and then you're not pairing, you know? It's not like left AirPod and right AirPod. It is literally like a sonic headphone and then earmuffs. So I'm just like, I don't know. So I ended up going as Red Hood because Starfire was all sold out and it was honestly either Batman or Red Hood. And honestly, Nightwing and Red Hood is cooler in my opinion. So I got the Red Hood mask and then a t-shirt and I cut it up like I was cropping it. So I made like the shirt all ripped up and then I got like a bodysuit because I'm not gonna show too much skin. I know. Nightwing x Harley. That's not real. I don't. That one panel of that comic, okay? Don't remind me of that. Don't you dare. I know what you're talking. I'm not. Don't. Shut the fuck up. No. I think it was in the animated series. No. I don't care. It's the fucking moment when they're like in their motel shit and she's like, oh, what is that? I don't care what it is. I don't care. That's nasty. It's not canon, guys. No. I have my own like Harley thing. Shut up, chat. Can we ban that guy? Okay. It's canon to me. I am a big Harley Ivy guy. Okay. No. Whatever. Point is, I went as Red Hood because I think Red Hood is cooler. I got like a bodysuit because I'm not going to be showing too much body. But I got a crop t-shirt, pants. I got like those holster things. I got a lollipop gun. And then I got the Red Hood mask. And then I had like this... Numi was trying to put on this makeup because she needs like the white contact lenses to put on her eyes. Because the whole idea is like the like she's gonna draw on the mask and she puts on the white contacts. I know Red Hood is so based, but you know something? Like not a lot of people knew I was Red Hood. Maybe it's because I don't know, but not a lot of people. I even had the brown leather jacket. I got the brown leather jacket. I got the Red Hood logo. I got like the gun holster, you know? I even did my makeup. Like my makeup was like you know the red mask thing. No one be knowing.
Oh, we went to the store and then we ran into the other somebody that was Starfire. And I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, my Starfire."
we so basically we went to the store and we passed by, like we ran into someone that was also dressing up for Halloween, and then she dressed up as Starfire, and then Numi and her was like, oh, are you Nightwing? It's like, are you Starfire? And I'm standing there, like, you know when I played Resident Evil 6 with Mono and we played Ada Wong? That's how I felt. I was like, an agent. Numi was like, oh my god, you're Starfire. It's like, oh my god, you're my Nightwing. And I'm like, and Red Hood. And Red Hood, guys. But I even like, I painted my hair, like I had that silver streak. Well, it was supposed to be white, but it's really hard to make it white. But I had like that white-ish silver streak on my hair. I got like a logo. I even got my head. Like I got a big ass mask that was too big for me. For the Red Hood. I was Red Hood. And there was even a gun. And everything. I thought I looked good. And I got like these thigh-high boots. You thought I looked hot? You looked hot. Like, we made like her outfit and everything. And then we recorded. We sat here and recorded like videos. And it was so funny. But I dressed up for the first time. It was really fun. Aside from the fact, and I will live with this forever, by the way. Now that I know this, you all know this, chat. She's a 10, but she said, match my Nightwing with your Spider-Man. Okay, what are you gonna do? She's a 10, but she said
like
Nightwing and Spider-Man.
If she wasn't a mercenary at the shooting range, I would be so much more vicious towards her right now, bro.
Nah, bro, it was... She's a 10, but she says, oh my god, Nightwing should pair with Spider-Man. What am I gonna do?
She was half asleep, and for like an hour and a half, we were trying to look up outfits together, and every superhero outfit was sold out except Spider-Man, and that's why I said Spider-Man. Straight up, bro. You make me sick. I'm sleeping.
Chad just said, Numi, I can't defend you on this. Don't care as long as she dresses up as Spider-Gwen. Okay, honestly,
I do have Spider-Gwen.
she now has a full body She-Go suit, by the way. It's really cool. Hey,
No,
Chad,
also,
if
I have
ever-
Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man, and that's what I was thinking of us to do too.
Oh, she also has She-Go. All I'm saying, Noombas, you know, if she's about to do a stream and she's like, I want to do an IRL stream, what do you want me to dress up as? I just want you to know. I'll be leaving that here. I just want you to know that. For no reason in particular. Of course. I got you, Noombas. I got you. She-Go? Where She-Go? Ban that guy. Thanks for letting us know. I got you. Point is, it was a lot of fun.